we have made it to the top of what's it called, Richard? Any idea? It's a we're in the Binsar Wildlife Sanctuary, and we have come up to a place called Grand Oak Manor. You'll soon see it in my camera shot right behind me. There it is, and yep, finally got it there. It was the last kilometer or so of very interesting road leading up to here. In fact, can we call it a road, Richard? No, we can't call it a road, sorry. It was just a path of rocks and boulders with some mud thrown in between. So look at this view. Isn't this amazing? Day 3 in Nainital, and we are greeted by this beautiful sunrise over the lake in the morning, as well as these langur monkeys who seem to be eyeing the packet of masala peanuts left over from last night's old monk party. We decided to take a walk alongside the lake. A perfect day to do that, and we enjoying some spectacular views of the lake. There are nice paths along the lake to walk on, and even some places where you can sit and enjoy spectacular views of the lake. And if you wanted, you can actually walk along the entire lake, which will take you nearly an hour, or you can hire one of these cycle rickshaws, which is becoming a rare sight now in India. So, are you going first, or shall I go?
You go first.
Okay. हमारे हिल स्टेशंस की एक खासियत है, कहीं भी चले जाओ इंडिया में, ये होटल ओनर्स तंग से तंग रोड ढूंढते हैं पहले। हिल स्टेशन की सबसे नैरो स्टीपेस्ट रोड, और उस पे जाके होटल बनाते हैं अपना। मतलब आइडिया ये है कि आने जाने वालों के लिए चैलेंज तो होना चाहिए ना। तो चल पड़े हैं हम आज नैनीताल से बिनसर के लिए। Today's ride is not a very long one, about 90 kilometers, but it's definitely going to be spectacular. And you can see, typically we've got these shops and hotels and cafes lined on one side and the lake on the other. We got very lucky yesterday in terms of food. We found this restaurant called Zubi's Kitchen, which is also highly recommended on the internet, and it was not very far from our hotel. We walked down there, and what a good find. It was chock-a-block. There it is on the left. It was a chock-a-block full of people, and the food was yummy as well, so highly recommended. Quite a historic town, Nainital. Came under the British after the Anglo-Nepalese War in 1814, and the first European house was built here in 1841, which was made by a certain Mr. Barron, who was a sugar trader. At the height of about 2000 meters above sea level, it's just slightly lower than Shimla of Himachal Pradesh. And although it's not the capital of Uttarakhand, it is called the judicial capital because the High Court of the state is located here, and so is the house of the governor of the state, which is called the Raj Bhavan.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. Sound right, boys. Sound right, boys.
This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Honestly. Scenic-wise, the wooded areas, it's much nicer than anything around Shimla.
और मुझे अपने हिमाचल के तत्ता पानी का पिछड़ा हुआ भाई भी यहाँ मिल गया, गरम पानी।
It sound right, boy.
Enjoying the ride, Samba? So, no matter where you are in the Himalayas, you are never too far from a beautiful river or a rivulet bringing down snow melts from the glaciers down to the plains. And here's another one, a spectacular gorge with pools of crystal clear water.
It sound right, boy.
बिंसर जाना है, बिंसर तो बाईपास भी है कि बाईपास से भी चले जाता है ना, अभी सीधे जाए। ये भी उधर ही मिल जाएगा ना आगे जाके। धन्यवाद।
So back there was a perfect illustration of how democracy works. I had paused to verify some directions back there, and in the beginning, both these guys had different opinion, and they were pointing in different directions. But finally, the guy in the surgical mask, he convinced the other guy, and they both agreed and started pointing in the same direction. In the end, everyone is happy. We have just entered the Binsar Wildlife Sanctuary. We had to stop at a checkpost and sign ourselves in, show ID, pay a fee for persons as well as the vehicle, and now we are free to proceed another 6 kilometers up this road, which is pretty much the end of the road. So this is now the third major wildlife sanctuary we are riding through on this trip. Not a very big one, about 46 square kilometers. It was established in 1988, mainly to preserve a certain type of oak tree. But it's home to about 200 bird species and the usual flora and fauna: leopards, musk deer, jungle cat, wild boar, red fox, and the giant red flying squirrel. Now that's something I would love to see. Flying, actually. It's really a narrow track going up further into the wildlife reserve, and it's actually getting narrower as we go further, and the forest is also getting denser. getting more and more spectacular as we go further into the reserve, and we are headed to a very special place as well. It's called the Grand Oak Manor, which is actually the erstwhile home of Sir Henry Ramsay, um, who used to be the Commissioner of Kumaon. He had bought this property from a local businessman and built a home for himself here. He was Commissioner of Kumaon from 1856 to 1884. Here we are at the entrance of the Grand Oak Manor, and there's still about a kilometer or so to go on this steep, rough path leading up to it. After checking in, we had just enough time to watch the sunset and enjoy the views while we had a nice warm cup of masala chai.